So my name is Anthony Gray. I am Akimara'atum, Tono'atum, and Dene. My father was the late Charleston Gray. He was from Mini Farms, just north of Chinle, Arizona. My mother is Zelda Reed, and she's from Santan, and she's Akimara'atum, Tono'atum. I work for the Tribal Education Department. I am the Culture and Language Program Manager, so I get to work with all of our awesome culture teachers who help teach the languages in the schools. And today we had a gathering really to listen to the elders, to hear their perspectives of the language, and kind of seek their guidance. Their everything that they feel about the language, and giving them not only the time to do it, but also just a platform or a place to do it where they know that they're being heard.
Do we know our language? All the other tribes, like Northern, some of them still know their language, and we know them by how the language is spoken. They're identified by each language, like we identify Tana Adam on Kakimor, the sister tribes. We identify them by how they speak and how they use the language. And yeah, there is dialect. There's a little difference, but we recognize and we understand each other because of our language. Yeah, our skin is brown, we are native, but what else is there? We're all made out of all kinds of things.
How do we do this is a big question, and it may not be the one answer. It may have to come to several different answers. One is and I've been trying to encourage our elders to take a step forward and take the time to teach our young people, our younger generation, even if they just start talking about words and animals and food and stuff like that. And I looked through some of the material that was given to us, and yeah, we have some of those things. There's a little booklet that shows what the different words mean and different animals and stuff like that, and that's good. And I think that most of our schools are, with their cultural programs, I think they're doing just that. But the problem is, how do you connect those words? Like if you say the dog, what is the dog doing? Is it eating or is it running? Like back in the old days when they said Dick and Jane and Spot. That's how us kids learned, and you learn the name of the people and the animal, but then now you got to connect it with the action portion of it, And so, in my simple way of looking at it is that maybe it's time that we start creating some books, and maybe it's time that we create a committee, a workable committee, made up of people that are fluent in their language, and began to put together. And as I was talking to some of the participants here, and they said, we're doing that now. We have words, and we're teaching that. But so now it needs to move forward. But
personally, I learn best by hearing. The orthography kind of gets me a little tripped up sometimes because the word won't be how I imagined it to be. It will be written differently with different letters. So I wish there was more documentation. That's why I think Leonard Bruce is so amazing and the whole mission he has going on to make that accessible to all of us at all times. I wish we had an awesome library where we could all research the topics and the things that we want to learn about. So I think it's more important to listen and to hear rather than writing, even though it does come down to the technicality of it most times, especially in the classroom. Because a lot of them do want to physically see the word rather than hear it. But yeah.
I think that we should not pay anybody to learn our language. Our elders should be teaching us, our parents should be asking, what is that word? Let me teach you, And I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty. I'm so busy trying to get the kids in the community, our children, to learn that I neglected my family, and they're saying, you never taught us, and I said, oh, okay, so I had to go back and try to make up for that, but it's kind of too late for some of them. But I don't agree. They've come to our community and they want to pay elders to teach the language, and it's like, why do you want to pay someone when it's free? We should have been growing up with it. We didn't have to pay our grandparents to teach us, and I think we missed out on a lot on that.
So today is not just a one and done. We're going to use some of this that was shared with us and share it with the community in a more open gathering meant for the entire community, no matter elder, parent, student, whether they're an elected official, a tribal community employee, a school employee, or just a parent, or even just a community member. Some of these words will be shared with them in the future. So this isn't a one and done type of deal. And again, we did hear that we should go to the districts and do this for those that maybe weren't able to make it today for whatever reason. So yeah, that's something.